My name is Anil Sedha and I'm a virtualization and storage expert. I have experience personally as a VMark leader and as a V expert in the areas of vSphere 6, SRM. I've tested VSAN in my home lab. I have worked with replication technologies, done a little bit of vCloud Automation Center as well, and vCloud Director. The main thing is the comprehensive data center management type of features, the overall management dashboard, capability to have multiple clusters, linked clones, distributed computing where you have vCenters in different geographies, site recovery manager for failover, VSAN for storage, and again the Evo Rail mechanism combining with the type of VSAN architecture that is out there, and obviously the automation capabilities of vCloud Automation Center. Previously, I had experience with vCloud Director, but obviously everything's being transported onto vCloud Automation Center now. So I run the Manitoba VMark, and for our VMark group, I was trying to set up a lab, and I tried to go with the VSAN for storage purposes. It's a very rock solid product, very robust. Compared to the previous iterations, it is very flexible and very strong now. It was a breeze to set up, it didn't take time. The reliability of VSAN is really good. I was able to set it up with 4 nodes, and I purposely took out one node just to see what happens, and it just kept working fine. The biggest benefit is cost. So for someone looking to deploy low-cost storage, but something that integrates with their virtualization architecture, it's a very good fit for it. Smaller companies who have multiple nodes and can leverage commodity hardware to go with that. VSAN by its architecture itself has inbuilt features for reliability, for load balancing. You could enable vSphere read cache along with VSAN. So it works and integrates with a lot of other VMware technologies. I personally consider VSAN to be a very stable product. Obviously you have to have minimum of 4 nodes to say that. The minimum spec is for 3 nodes. But if you have 4 nodes or higher for VSAN, it is a very stable product. It's all about adding nodes and the number of drives to it. So VSAN is very scalable. I was able to, just for a lab purpose, scale it up to 10 terabytes, and I started off at 4. So it tells you that it was easier to scale up from 4 to 10 terabytes. And the same mechanisms, I've read online reviews and some white papers around it. It goes up to quite a few hundred terabytes. Very straightforward. You need to obviously follow the configuration guide, read it once, just so that you understand the components around VSAN. Then it was just a matter of enabling VSAN, provisioning all the data stores that it needs. You obviously need to have a solid state drive to go with it. So many people don't realize that, but you should have one. That is to allow the performance that is required from commodity hardware to be scaled up. I would love to see VSAN transform into a Evo Rail type of a technology, but Evo Rail has a separate use case. I think it's not meant for all companies either. VSAN does serve that purpose and kind of addresses the primary need there. At the same time, Evo Rail is limited to certain hardware manufacturers and some providers who are kind of combining everything into one package and selling it off. Whereas customers like to use commodity hardware, like to use regular software and do things their own way. So if VSAN continues to offer that flexibility, which it does today, I think there's great significance for it. If it integrates with the replication and SRM, that takes it in a really good fashion, like right to the area where it can be heavily adopted. Looking at VSAN or a different solution, it depends on the use case really. So someone looking for Oracle database setup on a SAN is not going to first think of VSAN. But if you design VSAN the right way, it can host Oracle databases. It's just a matter of how much compute you throw at it, how much storage power you throw at it, and how you design the pool. And if you have done things the right way and you have sufficient cache and you have sufficient solid state, I think it can be a really good use case for many different organizations. I would rate it right up close to 8 to 9, right between there. And part of the reason why I would not go higher is one, performance. Obviously it's not an enterprise product. It is an enterprise product, but not an enterprise storage array. At the same time, It offers a lot of scalability to customers. People looking to scale up in terms of nodes when they need it, it's a perfect fit for it. So that's part of the reasons would be additional capabilities, if I can call it. That's why I wouldn't rate it as 10, but 8 to 9 is really good for it. I actually rely on a lot of personal research, looking at what the community is doing. I'm a V expert and EMC elect myself, so I try to go out and see what others are doing. And we've got our own IT community that is very strong, collaborates a lot more, and sharing and understanding knowledge is very important.